Good evening, everybody, good evening, and welcome to Healthy Living by Ms. Renee. I want to thank you for joining me tonight. It's going to be another great night, and if you haven't yet, please take this opportunity to hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell, share, comment, and what? Hit that like button. Now, somebody's been sharing my videos because the number has spiked. I think it must be Miss Lynn. I love you, Miss Lynn. Where you at? Where you at? Where you at? Where you at? All right, Miss Lynn coming in. Let me go on over to YouTube real quick while I wait for Miss Lynn to come on in. Miss Lynn, if you come in, I don't see you because I'm over on YouTube. On the YouTube page. Okay, give me 1 second here. Now I come over here for one thing to check and see how many thumbs up I got. Okay, don't forget to give me a thumbs up to the host. All right, let me just say a quick prayer. Dear Lord, Heavenly Father, in the name of Jesus, we thank you for your multitude of blessings. We thank you for this wonderful day, this glorious day. We thank you, Lord, and we lift you up in prayer. We ask that you continue to guide and direct me to grow this channel healthy and strong and allow the 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 viewers to continue to be healthy and out of harm's way and safe. We ask this in Jesus' name. Amen. 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 All righty then. Look at the numbers growing right before my eyes. If I could wait a minute, if I could hit it multiple times, I would, but YouTube won't let you do that. What's up? What's up? What's up? I hope everybody had a great day. Let me go over to let me just share it on Facebook. Now if you're the new thing with Facebook is you have to um you have to hit the link to come on in. All righty, so let me share my YouTube page over there. I see my guy AB was live today. AB was live today. Oh shit, can I share it? Oh yeah, I'm gonna share it. Let me see. It says share. I'm gonna share it to Facebook. Oh yeah. And I gotta open it up to the public. Hold on. Hold on. Oh, I gotta go back over to hold on. Did I do something? Hold on. Yeah. All right. Let me do this. Yeah. Okay. Now, what I gotta do, I tried to open it up. I think it's actually okay. I think it's already on public. It is. Okay. All right. Great. There it is. All right. So what's going on, everyone? Y'all, what y'all doing today? It was a beautiful day. I hope you didn't just wait till, the day caught up on you and you got, behind and all of that. It was a great day to get a lot accomplished. It was like a little rainy, something. But other than that, it was an awesome, awesome, awesome day. Now, what am I drinking tonight? I really want to mix my lemon my lemon, my lemon with my grape. However, I got a little bit of black cherry left. So I'm gonna drink that before I open something new. Yes. As much as I promote ice, as much as I promote sparkling ice water, hopefully they'll see it. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully they'll see it. Yeah, is there too much glitter on you? Am I blinding you with this hat? This hat? Uh, Sylvia, one of the viewers, sent this hat to me. Awesome. You see me wear them videos? Oh yeah, I like it. I like it. What's up, 3LLA.T? Yeah. So you probably wondering, what do I have posted behind me? Let me tell you. You know Sarinthia from Atlanta, GA. She uses that's Miss Lynn's niece, Mimi. Now she uses a company called HelloFresh. This is a HelloFresh meal. There she is. What's going on, beautiful?
I'm fine. I didn't get my notification tonight. I don't know what happened. I was over there in the kitchen, and usually I get a little notification that you're on, and unless the fireworks covered it up,
They
I
still
just didn't.
shooting. You know what? I'm gonna tell you. This was something that happened to me today. It put things in perspective, but it it sounded like it had some validity to it. I was doing a mukbang. That's what I was doing a mukbang earlier today with my good friend Tyler. Tyler.
Right.
And
Came over.
said he thinks, gives me something to think about. He says he thinks somebody looted the fireworks store during the looting because it has never been like this before. I mean,
Everybody
every
got
neighborhood.
fireworks.
Say again.
Everybody has got fireworks.
Everybody. I mean, it's never been like this before, Miss Lynn. I've
Well,
never known it to be like this.
last night it was so loud you could hear it, and I may just have not heard the notification. You've got one of Cerinthia's meals up tonight.
Yeah, I'm looking up this honey chicken.
Okay.
I'm looking. I'll tell you what it is in a minute. Hold on, it's right here. Oh, wait a minute, it's not right over there. Hold on. Where is it? You probably know it better than quicker than I do.
Well, I'm gonna look for it.
It's hot honey chicken with steamed broccoli and roasted potatoes. My kind of meal. My
Yeah,
kind of meal.
those roasted potatoes look wonderful. Those roasted potatoes and that hot honey chicken. Hi, Rhonda. I really
Hey,
wanna.
Rhonda.
She's really got me interested in the meals, and hopefully I can start getting my HelloFresh meals. I'm not sure when I want to start them because I've got a lot of food in my house right now. I need
That's
to
how I feel. Miss Lynn,
own.
I have a pull to go to the grocery store, but
Yeah,
every time I look at my refrigerator, thanks to you, I don't have to go. I'm like, no, eat that. Don't let that go to waste. Like
yes,
that broccoli on the plate here, steamed
yes,
broccoli, looks
yes,
delicious. I got a whole bag.
yeah. We
And it's
got
got a
plenty.
whole bag. I'm almost finished with that bag. Don't bring any more, okay? I think I done had enough broccoli. You know what I'm saying? I love broccoli, but I'm gonna move on to something else. Maybe you don't want to get too complacent and bored on one item. Not unless your passion. I
Yeah.
understand.
Now, you may be able to set the date that you want the first delivery. I didn't get far enough into it before I decided that I would just wait because I really have a lot of food. I mean, a lot for one person to eat.
Oh yeah, and you don't want all that to go to waste. Somebody else can
No,
eat that or need that.
no. And I know that if I get something else, I won't eat that. It may get freezer burned and like fresh broccoli. You need to consume that as soon as you can.
Yes.
So I'm gonna try to eat up everything I've got in my house first. It may take a while to do that. So how was your? I love that hat, Miss Renee.
Miss Sylvia gave this to me. Yes. I didn't I
Oh
wear this? I,
yeah.
I think I've either worn it before or I wore it in a video.
Okay, I
One
know
of the
I
two.
didn't see that one, but I know I saw the other ones that you had on. But that's really
It's
foxy.
very similar. Yeah, it's
Yeah,
very
you
similar.
kind of foxy tonight. Yeah, girl.
You can call me bobblehead if you want to, but just hit that subscribe button. You know what I'm saying?
I
Wait,
do.
yeah, that's what I was thinking exactly, Rhonda. Wait until
Until
September, like
September.
when the weather starts getting cooler and you don't want to go to that grocery store, and the ample amount of fresh vegetables are not available in the grocery store aisles or produce section.
Yeah,
Because different seasons for different vegetables. So yeah.
that's true. That's true.
Hey,
And me
Rhonda, you
too. I really need to lose some weight between now and September. What? But those have good calorie counts though. They have the accurate calorie counts. So
as long as you
definitely
don't
do
add
that.
that butter, stay away from that salt in that butter.
Mm.
Hey, Rhonda, you talked to Audrey lately. I'm gonna have to give her a call. Okay, just check on her. I talked to her a
Yeah.
couple of times.
I think I have her phone number myself. I guess she might be saying, I could have called her too, and she's right. The phone line run both ways. So
Yes.
I need to do that also.
Now today I had my Miss Lynn. Just so you know, I had my couple ginger shots. I had a couple ginger shots. I
Yeah,
also had my elderberry syrup, right?
girl,
And
I don't have
hmm,
no more elderberry syrup. My elderberry syrup is gone.
is it go? Is it gone? Well, then I shouldn't be hearing you call. If it's gone, I shouldn't
G
hear you
O
call.
Gone. Gone. It's gone.
Oh, you know what? I was using my little shot glass. Now, in this cup here, I wanted you guys to see the color of this. Can you
Is
see the
that
color of this,
is
Lynn?
that is that a shot glass?
This is not a shot glass. This is a cup. But I like for you guys to see the color. This is the organic fever grass
Tea.
and the lungwort tea. Yeah,
Yes.
two blend. It's a blend of lungwort and fever grass. Miss Lynn, you push that button again.
What I tell you? Didn't I tell you they called me?
But
Child,
I'm gonna
I
tell
go
you
back.
right now, I don't know what you just did, but I can hear you loud and clear now. Before I quit, I can hear you, but I can hear you loud. What did you do?
I don't know. I don't know. But I tell you what, them kids know I'm online. I'm gonna have to y'all call Ruth. Will somebody call Ruth in Mississippi and tell her that her mama is on live right now and she can't talk. She need to come on. Um,
So it's not an emergency, or else she would have given you the code, right?
she'd have given me the code. That's right. That's right. That's right. She would
Okay,
have.
Rhonda says she's talked to Audrey and she's doing good, and she thinks they are overly busy with YouTube channel. That's why she had not called you to cut her hair. Oh, she want me to cut her hair?
Oh,
Well, tell her to give me a call.
we
Well,
ain't
I'll
never
call her.
did.
I'm gonna have to call her.
Look, we
I
never.
am busy with YouTube, but it's not consumed 24 hours now. Come on. Yeah. Me and Miss Lynn have time to go all over Chicago. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying?
Yeah, Miss Rhonda texted me tonight. She saw a documentary film about something that happened in Natchez, Mississippi. It's called the Devil's Punch Bowl. Have you ever heard of that?
What is that?
Well, the reason I want to bring it up is because
Mm-hmm.
it's not a good thing. Okay, in the first place, it's not a good
It's
thing.
not well with the word devil in there.
Yeah, it's not a good thing. But the reason I want to bring it up is because I want to bring up the fact about television and the media.
Okay.
Because of television and the media and platforms like this, and we can this camera on here is dangerous. You can't hardly do nothing without somebody got you on that camera. I don't care what you doing. Somebody got you covered.
It's called camera in hand.
It, honey, camera in hand will get you put in jail. But I do think that a lot of the things that are going on in the country right now, as far as racism are concerned, if people really knew what all went on, if we dare had news coverage at the
Ain't
start of
that
the,
something?
oh my God, because what happened in Natchez, Mississippi, in right after the Civil War, I guess, after Civil War, the slaves became free. An overabundance of Black Americans were in Natchez, Mississippi, and they got off the plantations and they went up because it's uphill. They went up to the city part of Natchez where they normally couldn't have gone. Well, the
Okay.
city got overly populated. I'm talking about like overnight. So
Yeah.
now listen to this, okay? The city got overly populated with African Americans. So what they did was they gave these Black men hard labor jobs down under the in this area of Natchez. It's down near the sea, and they gave them these jobs and they made them stay down there. And they once they got them there and gave them jobs, they wouldn't let them leave. They had, and some of them had moved their children and their families there, and so they had them in these it's like a concentration camp, and they would not let them leave after they got there. Needless to say, a lot of people died, like maybe 20,000 plus.
Wow. Over a short period of time.
Over
Yeah.
a very short period of time, died down there in those concentration camps. They worked the men to death, and they starved the children and the women to death. And what happened was, after so long, even the soldiers, the Union soldiers, they wouldn't even let people go and have proper burials. They would just say wherever they dropped dead, just dig a hole and roll them over in it. It was bad. It was bad. So when Miss Rhonda texted me, I said, yeah, I knew about the Punchbowl. And not only that, there were some other concentration camps in Mississippi where somewhat of the same thing. It may not have been that gruesome, but hey, Sylvia, it was kind
Hey,
of the same.
Sil.
It was kind of the same thing where the
Mm-hmm.
blacks were taken advantage of. But the point was media. We got to know our history, and we got to know that what the media now we got to worry about whether or not they're giving us the right information. But back then
You're right. Right.
there, there was no way for people everywhere. Like you in Chicago, there was no way for you to know what was going on in Mississippi because
Yeah.
that news didn't travel.
Mm-hmm.
There was
Right.
no CNN, there was no news reporters. And so that's why everything right now seems, like it's of urgency. It's urgent. We
Because
got
of
to
the
take care of
media.
this now. When did this happen? How did this happen? Some Caucasians are asking themselves, how long has this been going on? And, I didn't know because you didn't know about it. But
Right.
it doesn't negate the fact that it happened.
It does happen. It
It,
does
it
exist.
did exist and it did happen. And I dare say that people were still being hanged, even in the late 60s, late 50s, early 60s.
Yeah.
People were being hanged, but there was no news about it. And
Till
even,
later.
even if
Yeah.
yeah, even if there was no black news. So the news media and news platforms are a vibrant part of what this country is going through. And the reason some of the panic is there because, and it's always been there. That's my point. It's always been there. It's just at the news media. So thank you, Miss Rhonda, for pulling that up. And because I remember reading about it years and years ago. Years ago.
Now, how
Actually,
far is that from your hometown?
not, I would say about 2.5 hours. Actually, let me tell you when I read about it. I went to Alcorn State. Everybody here says Alcorn, Alcorn. I went
Uh-huh.
to Alcorn State for 2 years. And while I was there, Alcorn is about maybe 20 minutes from Natchez. And
Wow.
that's when I read about, if it's that far, that's when I really read the history of what
Mm-hmm.
happened in the Punch Bowl.
Mm-hmm.
And there are a lot of gruesome stories. Just
That's
like
right.
20 years from now, the next generation will be reading about George Floyd if we
Yeah.
don't do something about it now.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. You had also said we have to understand our history, or we will keep repeating the same. We'll repeat it if we
Yes,
don't
history
understand it.
history doesn't necessarily repeat itself, but people repeat
Repeat it.
history.
Right.
Yes. The hatred and the hatred, and we pass it on from generation to generation, and a lot of times unknowingly.
Yeah.
Just like you said about why though that family was cooking that ham or roast or whatever it was, cutting it off at both ends. They have no
Mhm.
idea why they was doing it.
Right.
And some Caucasians may think, well, we just automatically hate black people. No, art. We automatically think they're lazy. Why do we think they're lazy? Because somebody
Mhm.
told us they were lazy. Well, how did they know? We never looked into it.
Yeah. Now now you said something there because then let's say a white person will meet a black person and they'll say, "Oh no, she's not like that." They're surprised, like they're surprised that
Yes.
there aren't any lazy.
Yes.
That there
Or
are.
that or that we're always late. Or that we don't
Well,
work
that's
hard.
me. Well, I am always late. Okay, I am always late. But I know some white people that's always late too.
Yeah,
Okay.
well, look, that don't have nothing to do with your color. You being late.
Yeah, when now I don't know if Ella has had the opportunity to study about it's called Natchez. It's like how you spell that? It's Natchez.
CHEZ. Yes. Yes.
Yeah, okay.
Natchez.
Right. I you know what? I want to say, you always talk about my friend Coach, who's passed away now.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm sure he's mentioned that town before
Natchez
because
is
that's why
not
it's
a small town.
familiar to me.
Yes,
But Nick,
it's not a real small town. It's a real mid-sized town.
oh, okay. But he's
Yes.
never mentioned about the punch bowl, though. He's never mentioned that to me about the punch bowl. But Ella, when she was at Jackson State, now she mentioned something to me about that I didn't know. And I don't know, maybe you can expand on it. I don't know if it's different places or it's just one place, but it's called Fork in the Road. You ever heard of Fork in the Road?
Somewhat. Somewhat, but not really.
Okay, Fork in
If
the
you
Road
if you remind me, I might remember.
is where they exchange the slaves. Fork in the
Oh,
Road.
no, I didn't know about that one.
Yeah, that's where they sold the slaves.
Yeah,
Fork in the
I know
Road.
that some towns close in Mississippi at noon on a certain day of the week. And for a long time, I had no idea why. Because they had the slave trade at the on those days at noon. And so everything was shut down. Now, we may have been told that the town shut down so that they could work a half a day on Saturday, and and employees would still be able to pay them for eight hour, a regular day, and not have to pay
Yeah.
overtime. But the actual reason was that slave trade started at 12 o'clock, high
Now
noon.
you talking about in the 60s? What are you talking about?
Oh
What
no,
are you
honey,
talking?
I'm talking about the 60s, the 70s, the 80s, the 90s in my hometown right now.
Yeah, that's what I thought you were saying. Yeah.
Yes, in Collins, Mississippi, right now, some stores close every day at 12.
Yeah.
Now they may not realize why it was happening, but that's what was going on.
Hmm.
And a lot of things happen that we just don't know about. Education is, I mean, We just and the news media. And Miss Renee, isn't it awesome to think that we're kind of in the bridge of that time period? I mean,
Yeah,
I can remember the early 60s and the first, some of the first riots, those riots, and now here we are again. And
yeah.
things are changing. Mississippi today, the Senate and the House, the House and the Senate, both moved to change the Mississippi flag.
Awesome. Now, wow, that's a big thing.
That's a big deal. That's a big deal.
What's up, truck? This trucker's life. What's up? Good to see you.
What's up, Truckers Life? So there were a lot of things and a lot of people knew, but most people didn't know what was really going on in the world. So when you hear some of these things, don't be so surprised. Stuff happened.
What's up, Debbie? Zont.
Hello, Miss Von Zont. Makes me
Wow,
think about Miss Vacant.
I'm telling the vacant. Yes, yes, yes. I'm gonna tell you when Ella chose to go down to Jackson, Mississippi. I think I was more fearful for her in Mississippi than I was here in Chicago. I know that I remember Tyler's dad saying he eased he felt a little ease with Tyler down in Mississippi than here in Chicago. But they live in Chicago proper. I don't know, but
Yeah.
I felt like, Ella, you better not leave that campus. What are you doing leaving the campus? What are you doing? Oh, no.
But I'm sure there are neighborhoods here in Illinois where blacks don't feel comfortable.
I'm sure. Oh, that's everywhere. That's
I'm
everywhere.
sure
That's
they're
like,
here in Illinois where whites don't feel comfortable.
and I'm saying, but that's like, in Chicago, like I said, some of my friends are afraid to come and visit me because of what the media portrays. Well, I kind of felt the same way about Mississippi. Please don't let anything happen to my child while she's trying to get her education down there. Believe me, it's crazy. I do feel like that, Miss Lynn. I mean,
I know. I know. No.
the whole time I was driving down there on those long stretch of road, and it'd be in the middle of the night, and there'd be no street lights. And it'd be like the freeway, and there'd be
Yeah,
all
but
these trees. Oh, that used to scare me, just me and the kids. That used to scare me.
well, it was the same in 1970s, let's see, 77, 78, 79, 79, 80. It was the same way my father felt driving me from Mississippi to Tuskegee, Alabama. He told me, when you drive, we stopped in Selma at a place called Mr. Waffle. I wonder if they're still open. A place called Mr. Waffle in Selma, Alabama. He told me, don't you stop anywhere but here between, on the way. If you
How
gotta go,
far distance is that? How far is that? How many hours? How far
it's
is the
about.
drive from your town to Tuskegee?
It used to be about 5 hours. The highways are much better. You could probably do
Yeah.
it in three
Mm-hmm.
and a half to four now. But
Yeah.
for us, it took us about 5.5 hours. You better use the bathroom before you get in the car.
Oh, yeah.
We could not go to the bathroom again until we stopped in Selma at Mr. Waffle. We stopped there and we could eat. Daddy said, if something's wrong, you tell the cook, and you have the cook call me, or you have the cook call the police department in Mississippi where my dad worked.
Mm-hmm.
And that was it. And then when you got back in the car, you didn't stop anymore until you got to Tuskegee. And
Mm-hmm.
he was afraid. And I'm sure going back for him was fearful because he was by himself.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But and that was
Well,
in 70. I graduated from high school 77, 78. That was almost in 1980. That was
and
the
when?
summer.
78. Yes.
80.
That's 78. Not, I
No,
know.
no, no. That was in 80. That was the summer of
Oh,
80.
summer of 80. Summer of 80.
Yes.
Now, I can
Yes.
remember my story when I was a little girl. My stepmom she lived in the Chicagoland area. However, She was actually from Monroe, Louisiana. So when we would go visit her family, and at that time we were living in Ohio, we would go to Monroe, which is at the northern part of Louisiana. I don't even know what states we went through, but I just remember when my dad would drive so far. I remember this one time, the first time we went, I remember my dad drove so far, and then he was tired, and so we had to find a hotel. And my dad would go to hotel to hotel to hotel to hotel asking if they accepted Black folks in that hotel. And then finally he did find a hotel, and we all slept. It was me, my brother, and my mom and dad. And we slept in that hotel. But the guy told us we had to be out by 6 a.m. But you got to be out of here by 6 a.m. Now, here's another historical fact that some people may not recall or associate with. But you know how, like, people, when they're traveling, like you said, going back and forth from Mississippi to Ohio or wherever, you pack your food. That's where
Oh
the
yeah,
fried chicken came in. Everybody fried that chicken. You
put
had
it in that.
sandwiches and chicken. And let me tell you something else you would carry with you. You would carry a jar. I remember we had the jar. If you had to use the bathroom, you went sometimes because my dad couldn't pull over. So you used that jar right there in the car. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Times were hard, and our young people don't know anything about that. Rhonda just says Mr. Waffle is still open 24 hours a day. I gotta go
Wow.
back. I gotta
Still
go back
open.
and visit. Yeah, because it was momentous for me. It was a place to stop. And that restaurant is right next to the Edmund Pettus Bridge in Selma, Alabama,
Okay.
where Martin Luther King and everybody
Cross.
marched
Yeah.
over to go to Montgomery right before he got killed. I mean, when I think about it, I feel kind of ancient because children are reading about that, now. And I actually lived some of it. Yeah, a jar. And there was also a thing called a slop jar. And
Oh yeah, I remember that.
it was like a bucket, a metal bucket with a top on it. And I can remember many houses in Mississippi having
Yeah.
slop jars
Yeah, because
because
you
you
didn't
could
want to
never
leave. You didn't want to leave in the middle of the night going to the outhouse. So you had
that
that slop
that
jar.
slop jar, and then you emptied it in the morning.
Yeah.
Miss Renee, do you remember when people had wakes in their homes?
Yes. Yes.
Yes, because Black people didn't have funeral homes to go to,
Okay.
and so
Yeah.
they would normally go to some people had nicer homes than others, and some people would open up their houses for people to have the wake at their house, and the body would stay in that house all night long. And people called it a wake because they'd stay up with them.
Oh, that's where the term came from.
Yes,
It's
they
a
would
wait.
stay awake with them all night until the next day. They would put salt around the caskets or whatever they had them in to try to keep the smell down. But
Oh,
they would now see. I don't remember a whole lot of that. I might actually remember one. No, I remember more than one wake at a person's house, but I don't remember all of the details. I might remember two or three at people's houses when you went in the house and saw the body and came out. But and I
Ella,
got
I'm glad that you're out here. You should come with us, share the screen, and tell us some about your experience from transitioning from Chicago to Mississippi as a student. Some things that
yes,
you experienced. But once I went down and visit Ella, and she took me to the mall and whatnot, and I saw the big beautiful homes and the big beautiful neighborhoods. Because
yes,
I always thought Mississippi, I'm just being honest, I'm just
I
saying,
know.
I always thought Mississippi had, like, I don't want to say dirt roads, but the houses spaced real far apart and
Yeah,
like that, and, but once
and
I got
some of
there and
the
I saw how beautiful it actually is,
yes,
then I said, oh, okay, I'm okay, but you better stay up on this campus.
Natchez is a beautiful place, large antebellum homes. I think I remember you and I riding one day, and you said, "Look at that house, Miss Lee. You like that house?" I told you, I said,
Yeah,
"Cause
you did.
I did, because I said that looked like one of them antebellum slave houses. They had up on
Okay.
the plantation. I don't like that one.
Okay.
But there are a lot of, you gotta go home with me. You gotta fly with me to the Mississippi Gulf Coast.
I've never been there. Now, I've never been there.
I've got to show you some. There are some beautiful places there. And
good. Miss Lennon, it'll be your time, your turn to show me, right? We can blog that too.
You, Mississippi, M-I, crooked letter, I, humpback.
Yep, that's how I learned how to spell Mississippi in the 3rd grade. Yes, I did. Yes, I did. Did you see that comment that Leah, I don't know if she's watching now, Leah, one of the subscribers to Healthy Living by Miss Renee, posted. She said she can't wait to see what we get into.
Because I went from the stairs to putting my feet in the water.
Yes. Yes, she said, she was saying she can't wait to see where that Volkswagen Beetle takes us.
Now, honey,
that's what she was saying. I can't wait.
If we could get somebody to donate us that Volkswagen Beetle.
Convertible white walls. I don't care what color. I don't want it black though. I don't want a black one.
What color?
Hey, Miss Renee and Miss Lynn. What's going on? Oh, I said I got your diamond. Oh, Miss Lynn, remind me. I don't know if I have any more cups. Tomorrow evening, I did say Brian Diamond painting Elliott that I would remember his backdrop. I did get it. I'm gonna write it down tomorrow. I don't know if that's gonna. Miss Lynn, can you help me remember that? Put it on the backdrop for tomorrow.
I definitely will try to remind you.
It was beautiful.
Wow. And Miss Renee, I'm learning how to mow my yard tomorrow. My yard man is coming back tomorrow.
What time he coming?
Hopefully he'll come early. Like even, I don't know. He may not get here at all. He may have to wait till Tuesday, because I forgot you got a whole thing planned for me tomorrow, don't you?
I do, but it don't matter. We can switch over. I can, hey, if I just edit, I can edit all day tomorrow, Oh, Sylvia said, you saw the video. What part were you cracking up when Miss Lynn was trying to get in the water?
Miss Lynn got in the water.
She sure did.
Yeah. And that water felt good to my feet.
You said it too.
It was nice. I really enjoyed it. I enjoyed going to Obama's house. I told my little 4-year-old grandbaby I had went to Mr. Obama's house. He said, "Whoa, Mama? Obama's house? Was he at home?" I said, "No, he wasn't there." "Did you knock on the door?" I said, "No, couldn't get."
We had said, well, it was impossible to put all the footage in, but we had also said, what in the footage? We had also said, what if somebody opens that door and say, "Come on in"?
Girl, I'd have passed out. I would have passed. I'd have got in. I'd have started feeling faint, but I'd have come to myself. Oh, okay, I'm better now. Hold on a minute, girl.
Now that Farrakhan's house, remember, you got out the car first. You took pictures. Then I said, "Let me go too." I was taking some pictures from the car, right?
Yes.
But then when you got back in the car, I said, "Well, let me get out." I thought I was videotaping the whole time. It wasn't even videotaping. That's why.
You were just taking pictures?
No, I thought it wasn't doing anything. I got, because where Farrakhan lives, on that corner, across the street, there's about 3 or 4 homes that I thought I was capturing on video of his family.
If you told me, I could have sent you those. I just didn't send them to you. I have 3 pictures. I have a picture of Louis Farrakhan's 3 sons' houses.
They're right across the street on the other corner.
Yeah, and they all look just alike.
Almost. They're just like little,
little variations.
Like that. But I can't wait till I haven't talked to Terry. Terry, you out there listening? Terry, come on in. You saying, "Miss Lynn, Miss Lynn." Don't do it, Miss Lynn.
Yep, and I did.
Well, let me ask you this, Sil. Did you think at that point that she was going to try and get on that bike. What did you think?
I hope you didn't think I was getting on that bike. No, that was a little too much for the kid.
Sylvia wants you to post those pictures on her page, send them to her. You want you want his son's houses?
Louis
What you
Farrakhan's?
want?
Yes. Or which ones is she talking about? I have. They just look like three houses. They're
They
right.
look almost they almost look like
Identical.
Farrakhan's house, but they're not as decorated as his.
Yes. I sure will try to, Miss Sylvia. If she tells me exactly which one she wants. I got to plug up my phone.
Yeah. So I'm thinking we'll probably go. Trucker Side, you back? Good evening, y'all. Trucker Side, you came out here before and said, hey, where you at? What you doing? Editing or did you go live today? I'm telling you what happened to me today. Well, I was doing a mukbang today, so I'll be posting that soon. However, after Ty left, okay, I jumped in the tub and then I laid across my bed, and that was it until 8:35. You understand?
I had some. Not sure if she would. LOL. Oh, I don't know what she talking about. Oh, I don't know. She talking about riding the bike. Not sure if she would. I don't know if I know I wasn't gonna get on that. Wait a minute now. Wait a minute. Let's take it back. I would ride the bike, but I wasn't finna do some of them tricks they doing. Yeah, I wasn't getting up on that rail the way they do it. But
You guys
I could
gotta
ride
go.
a bike.
You guys have got to go over to their YouTube page.
Yes.
Let's roast cycles and see all the things they do. I mean, when I went over there, I was like, oh my goodness.
And the guys were so nice. They were
They
so
were
friendly.
nice.
We
They
had an
were.
awesome conversation with them. We talked
Right.
about cameras and the bike shop they work at. They
Yeah.
were very, very nice.
Because when you hear me in the video saying, are you going to do it? Are you going to do it? I wasn't talking to Miss Lynn. I was talking to them. And they were like, I'm getting ready to try. I'm getting ready to try. That's what they were saying. I cut that out. I'm getting ready to try.
Yeah, it didn't have. Trust me, she wasn't asking Miss Lynn if she was finna get that bike up on top of that thing. But
Trucker's like you saying hi to Ella. No lie, too big. Oh, you sleeping too? Everybody tired.
He been rolling, Miss Renee. Look like he been on the road for the last, like he hadn't even had a break. Oh, she posted it on her page already.
Oh, the video?
Yeah.
Thank you, Sil. Thank you.
Yeah.
I can't wait. Miss Lynn want to do another tour of the South Side because it's so historical.
It is. It's very historical. And what's the congressman's name? We went by his house too.
Bobby Rush.
Bobby Rush. Yes, he seems to be a very nice man. I was very proud of the mayor when she scolded the police department and said, how dare you go into that man's office? Put your feet up on his couch and his tables, popping popcorn. Yes, that is the same person.
Yeah.
Yeah, I really enjoy. I mean, I was really glad she stuck up for him like that.
Yeah. So there's so many. There's Ida B. Wells. There's we need to go by Jesse Jackson's. We need to go by where Muhammad Ali. I don't know. Oh, those not Stack Records. Is it Stack Records? That's in Memphis. What's the record store? Where it was? I don't know. We gotta ask Terry. See, Terry is the realtor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Realtor.
Right. So she puts those tours together. So she knows where all the historical things are. So
okay. Well, we're looking for Miss Lynn still looking forward to some more of the south side of Chi-Town, the Windy City.
And everybody has this perception that the South Side is so dangerous. When you say South Side,
girl, the South Side ain't no different than Jackson, Mississippi. Trust me.
Wait a minute, you thought that Lynn was gonna get on that bike?
No, she didn't. Oh,
I
I
think
would
she
have got
did.
on the bike. I would have rode the bike. I ride bikes. What's that? An apple? A peach? A tomato?
A nectarine.
Oh, girl, see, please. I couldn't tell. The green screen kind of had it. You know, I had some weird taste today. I looked in that box of fruit I had and I saw some apples. And I remember when I was a little girl, my dad used to bake apples for us.
Yes, I love it.
We would wake up in the morning, he would have washed an apple, carved out the center, put in sugar and cinnamon and
Oh,
butter,
like that. Yes.
and just baked it. So
Yeah.
I kind of got a taste for that. And then out of nowhere, I wanted some sweet potatoes. So I took the sweet potatoes and I sliced them. I took the apples and I sliced them. And then I wanted some almonds. And I took the almonds and put them on top of that and I steamed them down. And it was good.
Okay, so you had apples, almonds, and what else?
Sweet potatoes and a few pieces of broccoli.
Now that
And
don't sound that combination don't sound good to me. I'm so sorry. So
well,
sorry.
the sweetness from the apples and the sweet potato acted like a little syrup over the broccoli, and it made it taste good. No, it was good. I don't know where I got it from.
You need to start taking pictures.
No,
You got to take a picture of that next time you make that. Any combination like that, please take a picture.
I will, but it was good.
Okay, Trucker's Life, you've been waiting since Friday. You waited, you had 2 days off. You had Saturday and Sunday. What you do with that time? Do you get paid
Slept.
during that time?
Look, slept.
Yeah, but do you get paid to wait? That's what I want to know because I want a job like that.
I don't know unless he hadn't. I know he drives over 40 hours a week, so they may have some type of compensation when they have to wait so many days like that. I don't know.
Yeah, because give you something else to pick up there that's close by.
No, he need a nap sometime. I think the government makes them have to, have to.
And they can only, well, depend on the staff. I think it's 10 hours. They can't drive more than 10 hours.
So he can go to work 10 and stay off 10, and he could just keep doing 10 and 10. That ain't no rest. Eventually, you got to get to the end of the week and still have some sleep somewhere. To me, excuse me, where you get those from? You always
Right?
you always coming up with something. I don't never see it when I get to your house. So what's up with that?
Because when I go to the grocery store now, I got these from Strax, but I've had them for a while. I got to eat them. That, like I said, they will go bad. But
And you didn't
when
tell me about.
I don't know, Sylvia, you know, come on now. When I go to the grocery store, I can only pick up like one or two at a time, or else they will go bad.
So why you didn't tell me when I was at your house, Miss Lynn, Miss Lynn, I got something in my refrigerator. If I don't eat it, it's gonna go bad. You always showing me these strawberries, these delicious strawberries, and now you showing me another piece of fruit. So what's up with that? I thought we was friends.
I didn't know you like fruit.
Miss Lynn,
This way, I didn't know you like fruit.
Miss Lynn. And now she go show me something she didn't. It's been in her refrigerator 2 or 3 days. Y'all see how she treat me. I'm gonna start asking for the fruit when I get there. I'm gonna say, "What you got in your refrigerator?"
Yeah.
Yeah, you got one of them those packs with the shrimp and all that good stuff in it. What you call it? I'm gonna say
I got some shrimp, but I tried to eat it all today. And then I had some lobster. Now, so I just threw that in there too. So, because I'm trying to look and see what I got in there.
I'm gonna tell you to heat it up rat quick, heat it up. I can't just be running into your house to pick up your camera and run out. I'm gonna say heat it up.
I need some raisins.
Yeah,
You know the box of raisins?
Yeah, those aren't really so good for people with diabetes because
Oh, the sugar.
that delayed sugar reaction. But I tell you what, I did have some olives. I like
Well, I
olives.
love those too. Which
Yeah,
ones? The black ones or the green ones?
the green ones. I just ate them out of the jar. I just took me a
Me too.
toothpick.
I can eat them out the jar too.
I went and got me a jar of olives a couple of days, maybe a week or so ago, and I put them in the refrigerator. And then I was, because they could sit on the shelf, but I was looking, I went, oh, olives. I just took me a toothpick and I just ate them. And I found out they were good for people with diabetes. So I really,
Yeah.
I really,
Um.
with the pimento in the middle, yeah, I like those.
Yeah. They sell them at. Of course, they sell them at Aldi's, but they're in like a jar about this tall. Miss Lynn, they're in a jar about this
That's what
tall.
I got.
That don't do me any good.
Do you
I
need
gotta
the
get.
whole
I
jar?
gotta go to another store and get one like this. That's how much I like those things.
I love them. I really
You
do.
gonna make me go in there right now and get some?
I got some. I got some olives. And now what's happened is I can't get my hand out off of the jar with that little short toothpick, so I got to get a fork. And it was good. It was good. I ate those
Um,
today.
Rhonda's saying I'm not your friend.
Yeah, Miss Renee, that kind of friend. Yes, honey, she be come on live, eating stuff. I'm like, where you get that? It had to be at your house before I left.
I'll give you a shirt off my back. You just gotta ask me for
Oh, don't worry. I'm
it.
learning. Don't worry. I wish I could eat that plate Cerinthia's got up there. But I really shouldn't be that hungry. My appetite is kind of lessening a little bit. I don't know if it's from the ginger shots.
It's acting like what?
My appetite is not as
I hope it's just something that we listen to this, Miss Lynn.
I Rhonda says she a black olive girl. My appetite is not as big at night before I go to bed. I used to have these cravings at night. You know, I'd have to have a cookie, or I'd have to have this, or I'd have to have that. And it's a lot lighter because I've got some blueberry yogurt in my refrigerator.
Oh yeah.
And
Next time I come over, you didn't offer me any blueberry yogurt.
yeah, I'm gonna offer you some of this because girl, I got a container about a half a gallon big. I'm gonna offer you some of that. Yeah, you can help me eat that.
Oh, you can make a smoothie with that, Miss Lynn.
How you do that? I got to get a blender. I'm gonna pick up a blender tomorrow, maybe.
Okay, look, we gotta wait for your grass man. But if we do hang out tomorrow, let me tell you what I need. I need one of those clear bowls. My bowl, um, that's for my videos. So you can see I like using when I'm videoing like food, I like to use either white or clear mixing bowls. Okay, so my mixing bowl broke. My what's it? I don't know if it. Oh no, it wasn't. It wasn't. Excuse me. I'm sorry. It wasn't glass, but I tried to pop some popcorn in it in the microwave, and it melted. Okay, it
You
was
know where the
thick.
best
Okay,
place to go get those bowls are?
where thrift?
The Goodwill.
Yeah, yeah. But no, I got a better place. I
Do
want to
you?
show that to you. I want to show that one to you.
Okay.
Debbie just said she just ate some black olives. They're your favorite. So, but
I
did you
love
eat them by themselves, Ron? Do you eat it by yourself or do you mix it in a salad? Why you keep saying that, Rhonda?
it.
Butter, olive out, and bacon fat. Butter, olive.
I don't know that one. I'll let you decipher that one.
Better,
Butter
olive out. I'm
out.
trying to. Was that a typo?
Mm. Butter, olive out, and bacon fat. Add bacon fat. Butter, olive. Is there such a thing as a butter olive? Butter olive?
Oh, okay. Butter,
Oh, I'm even more confused than I was. Butter, olive oil, and bacon.
oil, butter, olive oil, and bacon fat.
What about it?
I think olive oil, and bacon fat is better with olive oil and bacon fat. No, I don't know. Is bacon fat better than olive oil? I don't know.
I don't know. I love bacon fat in everything.
I remember one time it was a real bad storm
Everything.
about 5 years ago, and newscasters were going around to the grocery stores interviewing people about what they were getting. And this one guy goes, "You got to get your bacon. When the storm comes, you got to get some bacon."
Yes, I eat the olives alone. I
Wow. Let me ask you, are they pitted? Or they still got the seed in there or what, Deb?
Mine are pitted with the pimento.
Oh, you use all your meals are made with olive oil or bacon
Bacon
fat.
fat. Okay. Is bacon fat good for you? Cause I hope you say yes.
Now you know bacon fat is not good. You already, I don't know.
I hope you say yes.
Everything in moderation.
No,
Everything in
I'm gonna go ahead
moderation.
and fry me up a. Have you ever had a bacon, lettuce, and tomato
That's
sandwich?
my son's favorite
Ooh,
sandwich. It may
girl,
have changed, but
that BLT is off the chain with a little Miracle Whip.
yes, yes,
I
yes.
love it.
In
Yes,
fact, I had one like that yesterday.
and
Well, it was tomato and what I have? No, it was
mm,
a grilled. Oh, tomato and cheese. I grilled it. It
oh
was
yeah,
good.
I bet that's good too. Yes, I just like grilled cheese sandwiches in the wintertime with a cup of soup, with a bowl of soup.
Yeah, yeah.
Yes,
And you
ma'am.
can dunk that sandwich in that soup.
Yeah. So now, how am I supposed to give up my dairy? I just
You
can't.
gotta ease up, like she said. Get that almond milk. Ease up.
Can you
Oh,
get
they're
almond
pitted.
cheese?
Well, you're gonna have to give up that cheese. Don't you remember Aunt Fee? You know Aunt Fee. You guys know who Aunt Fee was?
I,
She said cheese is for fat people.
why? My daughter tells me cheese is good for me all the time. She said cheese fats are good for you. It's a primary source of energy. I hear Ruth is saying it all the time, but and then on the other hand, I hear people say you got to give up dairy. Now, which one is it?
Well, that's the same thing. That's a catch 22. Do you go outside to get your vitamin D, or do you put your sunblocker on so that your
So you
skin can absorb the
That's
vitamin D?
true. That's true. That's true. And I guess you're right. Moderation. I know that's right. A ton of them on myself. They add the
You
right.
said you love grilled cheese.
Me too. Me. Oh, and let me tell you what I really like. It's some of that pepper jack cheese on a grilled cheese
Oh,
sandwich.
I never had that on the grill. I like pepper jack,
Fry
but I never grilled it.
that pepper jack, girl, and that tomato soup, and it's off the chain. I don't know what that tomato and cheese be doing with that soup combination.
Well, that's why I had that grilled cheese and tomato.
Yes,
Kind of the similar thing going on.
yes, 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 yes. And
I
I
don't normally eat like that, but I had that craving. I said, well, since Miss Lynn gave me that cheese, I'm well,
got to eat it.
something with it.
Girl, I got some all kind of funny looking cheeses in there. I'm gonna have to try. I'm gonna have to give me some crackers. I like oyster crackers in my tomato soup. I don't know why I like
Oh,
oyster
you do?
crackers,
Yeah,
but I really
yeah,
like oyster crackers.
yeah, yeah.
I could dip them in peanut butter and chocolate.
Really? You like them like that, huh?
I could take that oyster cracker and really and truly, it was portion size. Because when I first saw them little crackers, I went, oh, they cute. Maybe if I get me a few of them, I won't get so many of the other ones.
Oh, yeah. Oh yeah, grilled cheese, rye bread with 4 slices. You gotta have the right amount of cheese. You are right. You can't overdo it on the cheese. It ain't gonna be the same.
Because it doesn't taste good, does it?
Mm-mm,
Wonder
mm-mm,
why. I always wondered that.
mm-mm.
Why, if you got too much, it just wasn't
It
good.
ain't right. Toasted in butter, a bowl of Campbell's tomato soup. Yep. And
Yeah.
it gotta be Campbell's. It can't be a
Right.
knockoff brand.
Nobody
Mm-mm.
else's tastes good.
Mm-mm.
Yeah,
Mm-mm.
it does not. It tastes weak.
Now
And
I don't know about the rye bread, but I'll try that out.
or either now I eat sourdough bread. Sourdough bread lasts longer and it tastes really, really good.
Okay.
So
Yeah,
I
I
like,
like sourdough bread. I do.
yeah. And in my tomato soup, I put a little parsley and just a
Okay.
little
Dress it
and just
up. Give
and
it
just a
color.
little bit of pepper, just to give
Yeah.
it a little, mm,
Kick.
just
Zing.
a little kick, so I can feel it in the back of my throat. We must be hungry.
I know that's talking about all kind
what
of,
is
I don't
going
even eat like I
on?
don't eat like this. I don't eat cheese and bread. I try not to. Oh my God, and bacon and everything. But
She like
now
pepper jack
Debbie,
on
were you out there
fish.
last night? Huh?
She said she eat pepper jack cheese on fish.
Fried fish.
I don't want nothing.
But I bet you gotta have that fish just crispy. You know what I'm saying? Just, oh,
Mm. I can't eat nothing on my fish. I don't even want ketchup on it. I just want fish. Yeah, I don't even want ketchup on it.
I
That's
love, mustard on my perch. Yes, honey.
a triangle cut my. Oh yeah,
Yeah,
they would triangle cut that sandwich.
yeah. You can't do that with sourdough though, right? You can't
Yes,
really, you can, but
yeah. It won't be quite a triangle.
what
It'll be
about
a
home?
half moon.
Y'all making me hungry. Hold on, I need to go get some olives. Hold on. No, I just,
And my sister used to like her edges cut off the bread.
is
I
that how you make the croutons? The edges of the bread are the croutons?
No, I don't know how you make homemade croutons.
You gotta
Uh,
get that bread. I don't know. You gotta sprinkle some stuff on it and probably dry it out.
Brown berry wheat bread is my favorite. You know,
That it, yeah,
um,
but that's expensive now, Sil. You talking about a whole nother level of bread now.
Miss what's her name at school? Um, got me some bread. It was called blueberry lemon bread.
What?
Blueberry lemon. I'm gonna tell you who it was. Oh, you know who I'm talking about. You said you and her worked together in the same classroom. Oh, I ought to be sure.
Oh, Kathy. Kathy?
No, black girl, young. She came from the other side over there. She was in Mr. Gonzalez's room, and then they put her over there.
Oh, Scarlett.
Scarlett. God, why I couldn't remember Scarlett's name. I'd have
I
been
thought you could
ashamed of
remember
myself.
Scarlett's name. That's why
Yeah,
I'm
and I
like,
know. Girl, Scarlett came to work one day, and she had this bread, and it was called blueberry lemon bread. And girl, she had put some butter on it and toasted it. I headed straight to food for less when I got off work. It's called blueberry lemon. Girl, it's so good.
does it taste, can you taste the blueberry lemon or is that just the
Yes,
name of the brand?
ma'am.
What?
It comes in a little loaf like wheat bread. I had to get delivered from that. I told her, I said, I can't do this anymore. I got up in the middle of the night, putting butter on bread and toasted it. Girl, it's called blueberry lemon, and I
We're
can't.
gonna look that up in a minute. I'm gonna look that up in a minute. Debbie, you
Oh,
saying, yeah, the fish has to be fried crispy and it has to be hot, 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 hot.
and pepper jack. Nah.
Sourdough, stale, cubes, lightly fried. Oh, that's how you make them. Sourdough, but it has to be a stale sourdough. And then
No,
you,
no, sour.
what?
He talking about sourdough bread.
No, he talking about how you make um cute
Would it be
croutons.
Would it be stale sourdough bread?
Wait a minute. Yeah.
Okay, cube it, lightly fried in olive oil and butter. Black. Oh Lord, don't start me to trying nothing. That sounds so. The crazy thing about it is, y'all, I promise you, I could not get my sourdough bread to get stale. That bread lasts so long. That I had some sourdough bread, stayed here one time a whole month, and it was still good.
Debbie said you can use Texas toast to make
Yeah.
croutons.
Yeah. Y'all, we got to get off of this food thing. What is it, you people?
Well, let's talk about the fireworks. Okay, let's talk about the fireworks.
Hold on.
All right. So it must have been a lot of looting going on, looting the fireworks stores. They didn't capture that on the news. But why all of a sudden everybody got fireworks? And I'm talking about today I was on the walking trail. You know the walking trail. I did my walk this morning, and right beside the trail was this. It captured my eye. It was big. It was bigger than this cup here. It was big. And I said, "What is that?" I was looking. I was like, because normally you don't see trash along the trail. So I was looking. What is that? Inside, when I got up closer, it was like, let's say like this was the container, but much larger. But right up here around the rim, there were these things sticking out. Had to been about 7 or 8 of them sticking out like a straw, but they had been used and they were firecrackers. So that means that somebody put the hole there and lit them all up, set it over there, and let them go. They probably was on choo 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 like that, you know.
Yeah, these are, girl, whatever they got out here sound like atomic bombs. Boom, boom. Oh, yeah.
Oh, wait, no, we already saw that. Try it this
Don't try it, Debbie.
And potato soup. Yeah, yeah. That we
soup.
still talking about food. Okay. So we still talking about food. Now, yeah, last year somebody was selling somebody I know. I'm not gonna say who it was. Somebody around here had a piece of dynamite.
What?
Yes. Somebody around my neighborhood had a piece of dynamite. I know exactly who it was too. Because Audrey came over for the 4th last year. We were sitting in my living room because the young man, it wasn't the young man across the street. Okay, I'm just clarify. The young man across the street from me, he sets the fireworks off. This year I'm parking in the back because well, last year he didn't send them close to my car, but that year before they were close to my car. I had to go, you're too close to my car with these fireworks. I'm not talking about sparklers, okay? I'm not talking about smoke bombs. I'm talking about fireworks. So he's setting the fireworks off. It wasn't him. It was somebody else I know. And they had a piece of dynamite. They had gone to the gas station, and the guy was like, I'll sell you this. What is it called? M80? I don't know. He said it's a quarter of a stick. He said, he'll sell it to you for $10. The person thought it was just like a regular firework. You know what I'm saying?
No.
Right. So they gonna set it off across the street from my house by the store. There's a store across the street from my house, a little corner store. There's a little driveway. They went over there and set it off across the street from my house, kind of like on an angle right here. Me and Audrey sitting in the living room. All of a sudden, it sounded like a Mack truck hit my front wall, right where we were sitting. Everything I had hanging on that wall fell off. I said, "What the?" I thought a truck had ran into the front of my house. No, and I ran outside. Me and Audrey ran outside, and thank God nobody was hurt. That's all I want to say. But that person learned their lesson because they said they went to the gas station, and the guy goes, "Okay, I'm selling it to you for $10." And the person said, "Oh, here, I give you $3." And the guy said, "Okay, here." But never again. That thing, whoo.
Miss Renee.
I'm thankful. That's God's grace that the people that set that off did not get hurt. I'm telling you.
I want to know, what did they light it and run?
Yes, they lit it. They told me they lit it and they ran. And I'm glad it went off because let me tell you, because if it hadn't ran off and they went back to see why it actually went off,
they could have been killed. Miss Renee, can I show you something pretty?
Who is that little precious?
Can you see that pretty little girl? That's my Joey Lynn.
That's Joey Lynn.
Yeah,
Oh,
it got a.
I, I love it.
She's been selected for something, but I don't know what it is. Our newest brand ambassador. But I don't know what that. I don't know who this is. Done chose her for something, but she got an ugly look on her face. Her look like her mad.
She just
Don't her look like her mad?
no. She look like she's inquisitive. Like, who is that?
She
Who
is.
are you taking this picture?
Yeah. When I talked to her on FaceTime, she looked at me like, "How you get in that box?"
Yeah, yeah, like that.
But Miss Renee, that had to be real dumb.
Well, they didn't know,
They
but
knew
they
that
know
was
now.
dynamite. They knew that was the funniest looking firecracker they had ever seen.
I don't know, but that
Well,
thing scared me. You can ask Audrey to this day. That thing, my stuff on the wall. Now, another coworker, I was telling my coworker when I got back, he was still in summer school, and I was telling her about it. She said the same thing happened to her and her son. Only, no, it wasn't my son. I'm gonna just clarify, it wasn't my son. But
mhm.
she said this happened to her and her son on the 4th of July one time, and she said it busted her windows shattered. Her windows, shattered. Yeah.
That's scary.
So don't you? I mean, come on, folks.
Yeah, that's a little scary.
Yeah. And like when I walked over there the next day to see if it left a hole in the driveway,
Mm-hmm.
it didn't. It didn't. It
Wow.
didn't. At my
And
new apartment, I'm putting up family photos and DIY projects. Awesome. Take pictures. Be sure to send them to us. Okay.
girl, I've been working on a DIY project for how long, Miss Renee? Ever since Miss Sylvia bought me the magazines.
How long you been working on it?
Girl, it's been a long time. I think it's one picture up on the wall. Every day I say I'm gonna get up there. Now today I was really gonna do it, but the tape that I was gonna use, I had taken it across the street to the people across the street to let them use it when they were having the graduation stuff, and
Yes.
I just didn't have the heart to go ask them for it because I figured they didn't know where it was.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna get me some tape tomorrow. Gonna get me some tape tomorrow, and I'm gonna try again to start. I'm trying to go down my list. I'm trying to
Oh,
go down
good.
my list.
You know, Miss Lynn, I sent you that list. I did that. I did that too on purpose too, as our list. You know what I'm saying? When
Yes,
I said shaking my head, that's Sylvia shaking my head. You know,
shaking my head. Mm-mm.
Rhonda, those 4x6 art canvases, using them by putting pictures on it, three of one person on a wall, one side of family on one side, and the other family on the other side. Okay.
Okay, that's nice.
4x6. Is it 4 inch? What you talking about? Four?
A 4x6 canvas. You know, you can get them. They're, I guess they're raised up. Oh, that's big.
That's what I'm saying. Either 4 inch by 6 inch. Like, four
It's
inch
got
by 6 inch would be half, like half this. I mean, like, where am I? Half,
yeah.
half. Like that. So it'd be like this half.
Is she putting one picture on each 4x6?
And then put them in a square. Well, then you can have a square. I don't know. I don't know, Rob. I mean, I don't know, Rhonda. But whenever you finish it, take a picture so we can see it.
She need to take a before and after.
What's a before?
Nothing.
She don't have anything.
Right. Show us what the wall looked like before, then show us what the wall looked like
Oh,
after.
okay, gotcha. Yeah.
Yes, Miss Renee. Yes, Miss Renee. That's what we're talking about. Miss Renee, it was nice and cool today.
You thought it was nice and cool?
I did. I did. Is it supposed to rain anymore?
I don't know. Are you checking?
I am. Yep. It's supposed to rain tonight. It's supposed to start about, no, that's tomorrow. It's supposed to start about 11 in the morning. I think that was my point with you and I. If we leave, we need to go ahead and leave in the morning.
Yeah, but your lawn guy, he's got to come in the morning.
But if it's gonna rain, it don't matter. We can do it
If
Tuesday,
it's gonna rain, he need to come before it rains.
or we can do it Tuesday. Because oh no, it's gonna rain Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. I might even wait till Wednesday to cut my yard.
It's gonna rain on Wednesday.
Well, I might wait till Thursday to cut my yard, because if it's gonna rain, if we cut it on Monday, I don't know if grass grows that fast here in
I don't
Mississippi.
know.
You cut your grass on Monday. If it rained for 3 days, girl, you gotta cut it again at the end of the week.
Same here. Same here.
So if that's the case, I may just wait until Thursday.
Yeah, but depends.
It ain't that bad. It's not that bad. It's really not. It's not that bad. For paint part, it's the same size as the picture. Oh, okay.
Yeah, Rhonda really loved those paint parties. I've never been to a paint party.
Well, Miss Renee, we gotta go.
Well, you
Actually,
want to have a virtual paint party.
actually,
Did, 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 didn't you participate?
yeah,
I'm trying not to cough over here.
yeah, I did. We did one when we got ready to leave work this year, where we painted an elephant. Yes, yes,
Where's yours?
in the garbage. In the garbage. I gonna do it again. I'm gonna do it again.
Wait a
Yes,
minute. So they sent you the supplies ahead of time,
they
right?
give you everything. They give it to you in a box, and then they walk you through it. And she was really good. She was really, really good. I was impressed. It was my artistic ability that was in question. It was my ability, but she did a wonderful job. A absolutely wonderful job. It was just me. I can't do stick people.
Well, our church is having service, I believe, this Sunday. This coming Sunday is the first Sunday. I
Mm-hmm.
believe. Is it July 5th? July
Mm,
the 5th? Is this Sunday July 5th?
is it? I'm getting ready to look. Actually, it is.
Mm-hmm. That's also my daughter's birthday, July 5th. Remember that,
Okay.
Sylvia? Sylvia was in the room when my daughter was being born. Remember that, Sylvia? Sylvia had to excuse herself up. It must have been about 4 or 5 that evening. And Sylvia said, I gotta go. I gotta go get some barbecue. I'll be back.
No, she didn't.
Because we thought Ella was coming on the 4th, but
Oh.
she didn't come until 35 minutes into the next day, the 5th.
Oh, okay. So it's Ella's birthday.
On the 5th of July.
Oh. I
So,
gotta I want to attend a paint party too. I gotta find something to do the 4th. I probably sleep. Because I thought my family was gonna be able to be here, and they're not. But it's okay because I understand.
yeah.
And
I mean, I truly understand. That's a
yeah,
lot. That's a lot. Plus, you said the grand opening and all. That's a lot. And then, yeah.
yeah. And they
Um,
actually tried to get me a ticket, but I mean, I could have let them do it, that quick, but it probably would have been like $450, because airline tickets have gone back up to what they normally, what they used to be.
oh, yeah.
And
Um,
unless you want to drive with me for 14 hours, I'm not going.
I don't know
Girl,
about that. I
the
know.
14
My
hours.
my friend Paula just asked me to drive to Florida because her daughter,
Woo, you don't
who's
want to
her
go to
daughter?
Florida?
Her
Because, girl,
daughter got a job in Jacksonville.
I know, but she don't want to go down there right now because, girl, the COVID cases down there have quadrupled.
She's a heart surgeon. She a heart surgeon.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. So Where's Florida A&M? Where's Florida? Where's it called? Florida A&M? Where's
Florida
that
A&M.
located?
I don't know.
What?
Tuscaloosa.
Yeah. So
Tuscaloosa
so
is in
she's
Alabama. I mean,
uh-huh.
hold on a minute. Let me see.
I told Paula, honey, I can't do it. I can't do it. That just make me dizzy. Good luck. Paula, if you're watching, I'm so sorry.
She need to fly. Why she don't want to fly?
I think because she may be, I don't know. Good question. But Sylvia, back on your paint party, look on my Facebook page. There's a lady named Mary Horton, Merri Horton, Horton. She does paint parties. Okay, so she may be able to do a virtual paint party, or if there's no restrictions, she possibly will do a in-home or whatever paint party. But I believe, if I'm not mistaken, Mary's like, how you know all this about me? Because I'll be watching you, Mary. Okay, Mary, I think is a member of uh, New Faith. Okay,
Florida
so
A&M is in Tallahassee.
Tallahassee. I don't know how far that is from Jacksonville, but
Don't matter. Florida,
she
long way.
well, I don't even know if it's Florida and okay. Paula's daughter, Christina, went to what was it? It wasn't Tuskegee. Meharry. She graduated from Meharry. That's where she graduated from. And
Meharry
then
University.
yeah, their medical school there. And then
Where's
I think
Meharry? Is that in Louisiana? Where is it?
no, I think that's in Tennessee,
Meharry,
Knoxville.
Knoxville, Tennessee. Okay.
Yeah, I think it's because right there's three of HBCUs all there together. I think it's Fisk, Tuskegee, because if I'm not mistaken, Fisk and not Tuskegee, Fisk and Meharry share the same cafeteria, believe it or not.
Oh wow.
And then down the road is Tennessee State. Okay, so they're all like right there together. So I know that because the guy that when I told you when I used to be a para on the bus before I started a bus driver, but the guy that I was a para for, he graduated from Tennessee State. It's an HBCU,
Okay.
and he gave me the history of Fisk and all of those universities there. You've never been out to get the kids off the bus, so his name is Major Smith.
Yeah. I
You,
can't.
you
They
I
want.
have to next time if you're ever out there and I see because I know he's probably going to still be driving, then I'll have to introduce you to him. Okay.
Yeah. I go out sometimes. When they let us, or when we're short, or when there's nobody else left in the classroom, and I got one student left, then I'll take that student out.
Yeah.
But I
Okay.
don't know that many of the bus drivers or the buses. Girl, when I first got to Speed and they were saying, okay, the buses are on Amigo. I went, what the heck is Amigo? And then I didn't say nothing the first day. And then that afternoon, we've got buses on Amigo. And I was like, what are they talking about? What kind of bus be on Amigo? And I had the nerve to say, is that some kind of Mexican something? What is that? Oh my goodness.
That's your
That's
children.
yeah, my
The
grandbaby.
Amigo is the name of the street
Three.
that the
Yeah.
school is on, like um, division in between Division and the Amigo. Yeah.
Yeah.
So the buses pull up on Division, they pull up on the ELC side, and then they pull up on the Amigo too. So they're letting you know where the buses were. So Debbie, you saying yes, the 4th of July is Saturday. So you know it's gonna be off the chain. It's gonna be on the weekend too. And everybody done got their looted fireworks. It's gonna be off the chain. I'ma just duck. Okay? Because if it's like this right now, what is it gonna be like on Saturday? This is like the prelude to Saturday. Miss Lynn, where'd you go? You had to take that call. Well, now we can see the food much better, right? The honey chicken, the steamed broccoli, and the roasted potatoes. This is all from HelloFresh. HelloFresh. All right, so Sylvia, you said the 4th of July. You remember that, don't you, Syl? That Syl, does it seem like it was just around the corner, 4th of July? We were in there on the 4th of July. I think you got there. I don't know what time you got there. All I remember is Sylvia kept coming over to me saying, "You don't feel that pain? You don't feel any pain?" You remember that? Sylvia kept saying, you and Ellen kept saying, "You don't feel that?" Because I was like, give me some. I knew going in, I didn't want no pain. Give me some epidural, okay? Give me some epidural. And so I don't know if I would recommend epidural after that situation. I don't know if I would recommend epidural to anyone, okay? After that, I didn't feel the pain. What happened was I didn't feel the pain. And then the lady in the next room over, I could hear her moaning, right? I was giggling and laughing at her. I was like, look at she making all that noise over there, giggling and laughing.
That was
Listen,
my
I'm talking
grandbaby.
about when I delivered my dog.
That was my
Oh,
baby. He's
that's your
4 years
grandbaby.
old.
Everything good?
My
She's
grand
4. Oh, she was calling you. Yeah.
he's 4 years old.
Oh, okay.
And he got his brother's telephone. I mean, he got his mama's telephone. And
Oh, that's what
I could
happened.
hear her hollering, "Your mama, your grandma's on
And you couldn't really like hang up on him. I understand.
live." Him
Like, what you
saying,
calling me for? Okay, I understand. This is what I was talking about when I delivered my daughter
uh-huh,
and Sylvia.
went to
Well,
get
I had my children late in life, so like years, prior to like if I had mine in my 20s, I don't know if they had epidural then. But when I delivered, okay, epidural, I told the doctors I want epidural, and that's I knew going in I don't want to feel any pain. And so Sylvia was there, but when she had her children, I don't think there was epidural. Her and my former sister-in-law. And so they kept saying to me the whole time, "You don't feel that?" You could see the contractions on the monitor going way up there, right? And I was like, "No, I can't." And then I heard the lady next door moaning, like, "Ooh, ooh." And I was giggling and laughing at her, saying she should have got some epidural. But like I said, now I don't know if I would recommend epidural, only because at some point, I don't know what happened, but the epidural machine cut off into me giggling. And I started feeling the contractions. I was like, I feel something. I feel something. And then finally, I said, "Could somebody call the doctor or the nurse?" And then when the nurse came in, she was like, "Oh, what happened to the machine?" Like that, right? And so I'm in the midst of these. I mean, I went from 0 contractions to like 10. You know, I was like, "Oh my God!" And then that's when they had to clear the room because they told me that they couldn't give the epidural to me because I had gone so many centimeters that it was too late. But the reason why I say I don't know if I would recommend epidural, not because they shoot it in your spine, that's kind of dangerous. However, if I still wouldn't have been able to feel that pain, see, Ella was stuck and I didn't know it. You know
mm.
what I'm saying? If I had still had that epidural, I wouldn't have known she was stuck because there wouldn't have been any pain. But every time they asked me to push, it felt like my hip bone was being dislodged. So anyway, needless to say, after I finished cursing, okay, and going wild, okay, at the doctor, Sylvia, you weren't in the room, but they was holding me down, and I let me go, But anyhow, they finally agreed to give me a emergency C-section,
Oh yeah.
So that's what happened there.
I've never had a child naturally. All 3 of mine had to be by cesarean.
405? Really? On my wall now, and I know one of the ladies of Olympia who owns her own paint parties, and the everybody in the area go to. They are fun. Okay, that's where you go. Campuses of Olympia Field. She is awesome. That's the name of it. canvases of Olympia fields. Okay. I used to teach her daughter when I worked at the daycare.
Wow. Did you
Did you?
say your church is opening back up there?
Well, not
And it
full, not full. It's they're gonna you drive in, so you don't get out your car, and then they're gonna have chairs in the spaces like every other space. So you have to be parked every other space, and they're gonna put the chairs so you can't park in that space. The way our parking lot is really a nice parking lot with the lines. You could see the lines, and so that's what. And then I think it's for Sunday, so you have to bring your own sacrificial. What do they call sacraments? Sacraments.
elements. Elements.
Elements. Thank you. Elements. Okay, elements. I was gonna say that, but that's what I call my barber tools. Elements. Those are my
Yes.
elements. Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, so that's what that's all about. Miss Lynn, did you go to the HBCU first, then a PWI?
No, I went to a PWI first and failed miserably. And then I went to a HBCU. I had a college career. My freshman year, I went to the University of Southern Mississippi in Hattiesburg, USM. I had come from a very teenage, small high school. We had less than 100 people graduating. And I was a very good reader, and I was a very good test taker. So at the time, the ACT test score was only 15, and a lot of people weren't making that. But I made enough to go to University of Southern Mississippi that year. Academically, I might have been astute. I might have been good enough. I mean, abreast enough to go, but mentally, I was very immature, and I was scared to death. We had like 400 people in English 101, So I went and played cards. The needless to say, that freshman year, I got a BS. I got a BS that year in playing spades. My
Oh, I
mother
hear
was,
those fireworks.
yes, you do.
Miss Lynn, that is terrible. I mean, I know you can't do anything about it.
And I'm not going out that front door either.
What
But
if you were coming down the street coming home? I mean, that's and that may not even be on your street, actually, Miss Lynn. That
no,
may be
that's
on the
that's
street.
right outside my door. It's right outside my door. But my mother was a very woman beyond her years. You hear that?
I heard that one.
Yeah. My mother was very smart. She said, "Baby, I know that circumstances were as they were, and so we're gonna give you another chance." And a very good friend of mine, Miss June Barron, was an instructor. June Barron Tart was an instructor at Alcorn State University, and she told me to come there, and I did for 2 years. But then that's 3 years now, because the 1 year I failed at USM, the 2 years I was at Alcorn, because those 2 years I was at Alcorn, all I really did was catch up, with
Oh,
stuff I should have known in high school. And somebody taught me into applying to physical therapy school. And mind you, I said I was a good test taker. I could, by a process of elimination, I could come up with a good answer for a question.
mm-hmm.
So I did real well on the test, and got accepted, got there. The coursework was very, very hard, but I probably could have made it through the coursework. But girl, when they took me to the hospital to work with those people that was hurt,
Oh, okay.
this ain't
Yeah.
for the kid. I called home and told
Yeah.
my mama this ain't gonna work. But I didn't call until after I had been out of college for. I probably took off 2 semesters and
Ooh.
worked and stayed.
Because because back then when you were in college, like it's easy for me to check on my kids' grades and whatnot
Yeah,
because of the computer. So I would be able to tell right away,
that I wasn't in school.
you not in school.
Yeah. But
What?
I didn't quit. I went to work every day, and I stayed with a friend, and I came home for Christmas.
Oh my goodness, you was playing like you was. Oh, Miss
Yeah, I
Lynn.
worked every day, and then I taught Sunday school during the Christmas holidays. And one of my friends, she's deceased now, her name was Regina, and she had Down syndrome, and I taught her in Sunday school. And she made a statement to me. She said, "You know, you teach real well." She said,
Oh.
she said, "You made that seem." She said, "I understand that when when you do it." So I went back and I said, "Okay, I'm a major in special ed."
So fun. I'm just catching up on the comments.
But while I was when I got back to Tuskegee, my instructor told me it was going to take 5 years for me to graduate. Now I've already been in school
Went down the
3.
wrong pipe.
Yeah, I already been in school 3, and so she telling me it's going to take me 5 more. Well, actually, I probably took her on as a dare. She was saying it's gonna take you 5 years, and I was thinking to myself, I'm gonna show her, I'm gonna get out in less than 5. Well, honey, she showed me. It took 5, every bit of it. Oh.
I ain't even gonna say nothing.
I can't say.
I ain't even gonna say nothing. You did good. You did good though, Trucker, because I'm gonna tell you. Let me tell you. When my daughter was born, let me go back. When my daughter was born, okay, now they've moved me to the surgical suite. They're getting ready to do the incision. And her dad was right at my shoulder, sitting right there. And all along, when I found out I was pregnant, every time I go to the doctor, I'd have a tape recorder. You know how they listen to the heartbeat, and I would record the heartbeat. I told him, hold this tape recorder because I want you to capture her first cry. Okay, do that for me. And they had that sheet up here so you couldn't see. I couldn't see over there. So I was like, Ernest, stand up and look over the sheet. See
No,
what's
you
going
did.
on.
Did he pass out?
I think he must have saw something. I don't know what he saw that he didn't like, and he just stood up and he dropped the recorder all on the floor and all that. I'm like, there it is.
In other
There
words,
it
in other words, no recording of pain. No recording of the baby first cry.
Right, right. Because at that point, I wasn't in pain because they had shot me up with all that other stuff. I told the anesthesiologist, man, you shoot me up one more time, I'm checking out of here. Stop shooting me up, dude. Other mother to be got the last laugh on your laughing at her.
Yeah, you said you were laughing at the lady next door because she was.
I will always remember that. I was laughing at her. Now, Sylvia
Red
said a
hat
red
moment.
hat moment. Let me just say, I did say I was cursing in the delivery room, but I was not cursing. But at that point, let me tell you, at that point, I had a job. I was a paralegal, right, for this insurance company. So I was shooting all kind of legal terminology. If you do not, I will be. Oh, you never said. And the doctor was real calm. He was like, "I'm not going to do anything till you calm down." Somebody calm her down and he left the room. He was like, until you calm down. I was saying, as your patient, I demand. I was going on. Who don't go off when they delivering, huh? Who don't go off?
Okay,
Miss
so
Lynn, how was you worth it, even though all these women are cursing? It was worth it though. Yeah. How many children you got, truckers? Miss Lynn, do what?
I was asleep every time. The first one, my son Ken, I stayed in labor for 14 hours.
Wow.
Literally, it was the worst thing. My mom said, "That's enough. Okay, you're about to do a cesarean." It was during the time when black people weren't being treated right in hospital.
Oh, okay.
It was in
Gotcha. Yeah.
1975, and my mom said, "That's enough. She's been through enough. We're not going to do this anymore." And true enough, my pelvic bones would not drop. So Ken was delivered by cesarean. The first one was not good at all. I stayed in the hospital for 30 days.
What?
Yeah, I got Ken sat on my gallbladder probably I don't know how long during my pregnancy. And all those toxins build up in the gallbladder. And when they removed him, they all rushed out into my system. at one time. Girl, I got some stories.
Oh my God.
I stayed
Just
in the
help with
hospital.
relatives and friends. Okay.
Yeah, I stayed in the hospital for 30 days. I got hepatitis, jaundice.
You.
Yeah, I was turning yellow. Yeah, and my system poisoned itself. So I stayed.
Wow.
And the second birth, which was 12 years later,
Yeah.
I really tried to deliver Miss Ruthie. I tried to deliver her. I really, really did.
Yeah.
But the doctor said, okay, it ain't gonna work. I'm not taking you through this anymore. I stayed on bed rest for 2 weeks. It wasn't pretty. And
Okay.
he finally went ahead and did a cesarean. The third one, he just wanted to know what date you want to come in.
Yeah.
With Billy, he read my records. He said, we ain't going through none of that. What day you coming? And I set
Yeah.
her date, and that was the end of that. That was the end of that. So childbirth wasn't one of my highlights. Highlighted more. Now Billy said she had an epidural, and after she had her baby, she was like, "Is that it?"
Yeah, that's what that epidural will do. I mean, you can't feel a thing.
Billy was like, "Is that it?" Billy said she was up there. She was going. She said she felt a little something the first time. She said, but that next push, she went. She said, and there go the baby. And she said she looked up and said, was that it? And my crazy daughter Ruth was in the room with her, and she said, Reese has been released. And the doctors wanted to know, what is she on? Because I love my girls. I love them.
Yeah.
I was so glad Ruth went down to be with Billy, because I probably couldn't have done it. It was good. But I just said, my childbirth situation wasn't all that to talk about.
Well, like I said, it was the 4th of July. Sylvia was there. It was a host of folks. I was having a party. My legs was all spread open, and I didn't care. Everybody coming on in. I was trying to play a little bit of JB in the room and all of that. I didn't know that, that's a time, that's a sacred time, right?
Isn't it amazing how, though, when you in such pain, you don't even care who's looking. You just get it out. Get it out.
Oh, boy.
Yes, Lord. That was a good one. And you wondered what we were going to talk about tonight.
I said, I don't know.
It's worked well.
But Miss Lynn, it is 10:30. Should we go 15 more minutes, or should we call it a night?
Look, tomorrow morning at 6 o'clock. What you think?
Yeah, we better get off then. Okay.
I got to work on getting to sleep, because these people out here are partying. I got music on both ends, but once I get back in the back and lay down, and I turn my rain on, because I turn the rain sounds on my phone.
Yeah.
On here.
Okay, cool.
Nothing.
All right, well, then it's a wrap, right? Until tomorrow morning at 7 a.m., we do it all again.
Do it all again.
Yes. All right, then. Be sure you hit that subscribe button. If you haven't had a chance, please, go on over to the pre-recorded video when we did episode 3. We highlighted the Chicago area. Okay, we got more for you. Good night. Good night. Don't forget to check out Chucker's Live. Go check out his videos as well.
Yeah. Miss Renee, you didn't cough a whole lot tonight. You did cough. Both of us, we did, but not a whole lot.
It's all that elderberry juice.
The elderberry and the ginger snaps. So maybe they're working. I'm placing my order for my tea tomorrow. No, Tuesday. Good night, Sylvia. I love you.
Night, Sil. Good night, everybody. Love you. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Peace. Bye-bye.